All right, and welcome to the live stream. Today we are going to cover the damages and causes and severities by post-tropical cyclone Helene, tropical storm John, who is over there, who is near southern Mexico right now. Post-tropical cyclone Helene, who is near Tennessee right now, near Chattanooga. Um, we have some more information on Helene. We'll talk about that in a bit. So, and then Hurricane Joyce, who is a new storm that shouldn't last very long. And finally, Hurricane Isaac, who is actually not going to hit the U.S., but Hurricane Isaac is going to head actually towards a country called Iceland, near Greenland. If you don't know, well, I already knew this since I'm a kind of a geography nerd. So I know. I know it, so I do know about Iceland. I do know about the storm, and this storm may cause some minor rain showers and maybe some winds towards Iceland, but shouldn't be too much. Anyways, I'm gonna get my mac and cheese out so I can put the cheese in. Anyways, I do know something. I do know that Hurricane Helene was a Category 4 hurricane. It was a whole lot. So first it started off as a Category 4. It hit Florida in the peninsulas near Tallahassee. And this prompted many extreme wind warnings towards Florida. A few of them actually, probably 2 or 3. Then it turned into a Category 1 hurricane, headed towards Georgia. Now it's in Tennessee as a post-tropical cyclone. Is it causing damage? Yes. Did it cancel anything? Yes. Something about Hurricane Helene. Yesterday, when Hurricane Helene was so windy and stuff like that, it was actually windy and rainy in my area, and they had to cancel my high school's football game until Saturday today at 3 or 4 p.m. because of Hurricane Helene's winds. That's just how strong it is. It's actually probably very gusty in Tennessee right now. And it passed over Georgia overnight, I think. About Tropical Storm John. This is a tropical storm near Mexico. It's forming right now. It's only a tropical storm. It shouldn't last very long once it hits landfall in Mexico. Right after that, the storm should probably die down and just go into a huge rain shower that's gusty. But overall, not very much. Hurricane Isaac is heading for Iceland, basically, not heading for the U.S. or anything, so it does not really pose a hazard right now. But it is it's a Category 2 hurricane, I think. It's not major yet, but it may become a threat if it gets bigger towards countries near it. But it may cause some wind gusts in Canada, but probably not in Canada. It may cause some windy conditions up in Iceland. And there's very little people in Iceland. I don't mean very, very little. It only poses a threat to the country of Iceland, and that's it. And Hurricane, there's no more hurricanes after that. Oh, touchdown Indiana. Indiana just scored. That's one of my favorite teams. University of Indiana just scored on Maryland. All right. We got some information. Active systems. National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Hurricane Isaac, located several hundred miles west-north of the Azores, and on Tropical Storm Joyce, located on the Central Atlantic Ocean. The Weather Prediction Center has issued the last advisory on post-tropical cyclone Helene. This is the last advisory on Helene. It will not issue any more, because the storm is expected to die probably by later today, around like 5 p.m. or something like that. It's located inland over the Ohio River Valley. It may cause some rain showers near Kentucky and maybe extreme southern Ohio and stuff like that, but I don't think it will pose really much of a threat. It was supposed to rain for me today because of that, but believe it or not, it didn't. It didn't. It was supposed to, but it didn't. It was supposed to because it was moving closer towards Tennessee. For the eastern central tropical Atlantic, an elongated area of low pressure located a couple of hundred miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms. So there may be a few more. Didn't I? Last year, didn't I warn that there was gonna be Hurricane Helene across the Bahamas? Didn't that happen? Yes. Because why? A system was developing and it was very mild and conditional for Hurricane Helene to form. Of course, the Cabo Verde Islands continue to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the system, and a tropical depression will likely form during the early or middle part of next week while the system. Can't say system right today. I said solar as system. It's system, not solar. I need to tell myself that. I keep on saying solar instead of system. Why am I getting so much notifications? Formation chance through 48 hours is low, 30%. But watch out for a new system in the Atlantic. Actually, what will the new system be? I know it's going to be lettered with the letter K. Hang on, let me choose that. Hurricane. Names Atlantic. This hurricane name, the next name is going to be, it's gonna be, Hurricane Kirk. Heard of Hurricane Kirk? It's gonna be Kirk, and then Leslie. Then Leslie, then Milton, Nadine, Oscar, Patty, Raphael, Sarah, Tony, Valerie, and William are the next names after that. Surprised they haven't retired the name William, because I thought Hurricane was already gonna use it, since William's kind of a popular name with the letter W. Nobody ever uses the name Dolly though. Anyways, looking more up on Hurricane Helene, I actually, did Hurricane Helene do anything? Okay. Guys, sad news. 40 people have died from Hurricane Helene in Florida and Georgia. At least 39 deaths are confirmed in 4 states, actually. People are dying. Georgia, Florida are dead, and millions are without power. It was a Category 4. There's actually a hurricane who already took the name of Hurricane Helene. We're not going to talk about that. This is serious. Hurricane Helene has 44 people at least killed from the 27th in 5 states, according to the New York Times. Officials in the southeast said the toll was likely to rise. 48 people across the New York Times. I care about any. Why I can't look at it. It's so annoying. Let me try again. Can you see the death toll? Besides just 48 people in 5 states this year. Gosh, it won't stop showing me. It's not showing me anything about Hurricane Helene. It's just showing me about how many times, how many people died. Why are there 31 people? Oh, I'm pretty sure a few people might have actually died in Ohio, actually. Um. What? What? Um. Anyways, hang on. Catastrophic historic flooding in the southern Appalachians late Friday night. The National Hurricane Center said expected to hover over the Tennessee Valley on Saturday and Sunday. The center said covered parts of Tennessee and Ohio. Okay, let me just. I can't do this. My cousin's trying to mess with my cat. Yes. Force possessing the people at hospital deflated roof to be rescued. And it was engulfed by the uniquely county hospitals engulfed by extremely dangerous and rapidly moving water. Not planets, patient. Two people who were killed when trees fell in residences. And Florida administrator confirmed 5 deaths. Government Ron DeSantis also told reporters that at least one person was killed in the Tampa area. A woman in her late 70s was found dead into the residence. Because of her, it became a huge deal. And it's been chaos because it's a huge flooding. Never dozens have been killed by Helene. Flooding has happened. Alright, anyways, an area of low pressure is expected to form over the Western Caribbean Sea in a couple of days. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducive for gradual development thereafter. And low depression can form around the middle part of next week. This system is expected to move northwestward into the Gulf of Mexico during the latter portion of next week. An interest in the northwestern Caribbean Sea and along the U.S. Gulf Coast should monitor its progress. Formation chance through 48 hours is low, near 0%. So the next 2 days, no formation at all, no rain, no anything like that. But formation chance through 7 days, medium, 50%. So there is a chance that we will have, so far. Why are there 80 people trying to track me on Safari? Like, what's so important about me streaming? I'm just trying to stream. In the last 7 days, Safari has prevented 80 trackers from profiling. Man, like, at least tell me who are the trackers. Like, sheesh. Okay. Where was I at again? Oh yeah, I was about to look at names again. Because I needed to see the next one. Hurricane season always ends in November, so we have 2 more months. This is peak hurricane season. This is where hurricanes are gonna happen. So, in the next few weeks, we will have Hurricane Kirk, Leslie, and Hurricane Milton form in the Atlantic due to 2 systems forming. Milton may come after those. Kirk and Leslie are the next 2 hurricanes forming in the Atlantic Ocean. Kirk is supposed to form near Cabo Verde, and Hurricane Leslie is supposed to form near the Caribbean. The rest of the hurricanes are Nadine, Oscar, Patty, Raphael, Sarah, Tony, Valerie, and William. Once again. Okay. All right, talking about Hurricane Helene again. This is one of the final discussions. It said there are no coastal watches or warnings in effect. Severe flood warnings and advisories remain in effect across portions of the southern and central Appalachians through Saturday. At 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 1,500 UTC. The center of post-tropical cyclone Helene was located near latitude 36.6 north, longitude 87.4 west. This post-tropical cyclone is moving towards the east near 3 miles per hour, 6 kilometers an hour, and slow motion is expected to continue before fully dissipating. So this is still moving east. Helene is slowly trying to move towards Appalachia. So if you're in the Appalachia areas near Chattanooga, I'd probably get inside, but it's not really that severe about the wind, but severe weather maybe. Because of right after this is gonna form, it's gonna cause high and low pressure to try to fill that in, so there may be some storms that form within. Maximum sustained winds are near 15 miles per hour, 30 kilometers an hour, with higher gusts. Little change in strength is forecast during the next 48 hours. The estimated minimum central pressure is 999 millibytes, 29.47 inches. Rainfall. The remnant low post-tropical cyclone Helene is expected to produce an additional 1 to 2 inches of rainfall across portions of the Ohio Valley and central Appalachians through Sunday, with some isolated 3-inch totals possible. Additionally, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall is expected across the western Florida peninsula. Surfing. Swells generated by Helene will affect much through the Atlantic seaboard from Florida to Long Island, New York through Saturday. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. So there may be a lot of rip current warnings. Suggestion. Going across the East Coast right now is dangerous because the surf. Please consult products from the local weather office. Is what they say on this. Yeah, and then they say this is the last public advisory issued by the Weather Prediction Center in the system. So that basically is that's this final part before they basically don't do anything about filling them. They really don't put any headers about it. Do discussion about Tropical Storm Joyce that just came out at 2:08 p.m. Tropical Storm Joyce is centered near 20 north, 46 west, and 28 out of 1,500 UTC or 975 nautical miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. That's the closest land near. Tropical Storm Joyce is moving northwest at 9 kilometers. Estimated minimum central pressure is 1,004 millibytes. Maximum sustained winds are 45 kilometers with gusts to 55 kilometers. Peak seas of 12 to 14 feet extend up to 120 nautical miles in the northern semicircle and up to 90 nautical miles in the southern semicircle. Scattered moderate convection is noted near and north of the center from 20 nautical miles to 24 nautical miles between 43 not nautical miles on 20 nautical miles. It's 20 north to 24 north between 43 west and 47 west. Joyce is expected to move west-northwest to northwest with a decrease in forward speed through Sunday. Followed by a slow turn the northwest in north Sunday night and Monday. Weakening is forecast to begin tonight or Sunday. And Joyce could degenerate into a remnant low by early Tuesday. Tropical waves. An eastern Atlantic tropical wave is west of the Cabo Verde Islands near 30 west through 20 north-southward and moving west 5 to 10 kilometers. Scattered, moderate to isolated strong convection is noted from 12 north to 14 north between 26 west and 36 west. First to strong easterly winds with seas 8 to 10 feet are noted from 14 north to 20 north between 27 west and 35 west. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the system, and a tropical depression could form next week. The system has a low chance of formation within 48 hours and medium chance in 7 days, so it may weaken or it may strengthen. I add the last sentence onto this. So kind of like 50-50 is what I said. At the end, I added that on. That is not what it said in National Weather Service. A Central Caribbean tropical wave is near 74 west from the Windward Passage southward to northern Venezuela. It is moving west at 15 to 20 kilometers. Scattered moderate to isolated strong convection is noted from 14 north to 18 north between 68 west and 75 west. Monsoon through ITCZ. The monsoon trough enters the Atlantic near the coastal border of Guinea-Bissau and Guinea. Then extends northwestward through a 1,012 millibyte low near 14 north 30 west to 14 north 40 west. And ITCZ continues southwestward from 14 north 40 west to 18 north 52 west. Other than that convention associated with the convention access, not that associated with the tropical wave, not a tropical wave. Biggest sentence I've ever said. Scattered moderate convection is noted south of the trough from 04 north to 10 west between the Central Africa coast and 36 west. Isolated thunderstorms are seen near and south of the ITCC from 18, no, not 18, but 8 north to 12 north between 40 west and 44 west. The eastern end of East Pacific monsoon trough is triggering scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms across the Caribbean waters near Costa Rica, Panama, and northwestern Colombia, basically near some of including like some of northwestern Colombia and part of Central America. Gulf of Mexico. A weak stationary front runs west-southwestward from the Florida Panhandle to near New Orleans. The surface trough extends southwestward from the Florida Big Bend area to the northern Bay of Campeche. Isolated thunderstorms are occurring up to 40 nautical miles along either side of the trough. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms are seen at the southern Bay of Campeche. Moderate south to southwest winds with 3 to 4 feet seas are present at the northeastern Gulf and Florida Straits. Light to gentle winds and seas of 1 to 3 feet prevail from the rest of the Gulf. For the forecast, moderate winds across the northeastern Gulf will persist through today. Winds near Veracruz, Mexico will pulse to becoming moderate and fresh nightly through early next week. Otherwise, light to gentle winds and slight seas will prevail across the Gulf through early next week. Caribbean Sea. Refer to the tropical waves and monsoon through ITCZ sections for convection in the Caribbean Basin. Moderate with locally fresh east southeast winds and seas of 3 to 5 feet dominate the north central basin. Light to gentle winds and 1 to 3 feet seas are seen at the southwestern and west central basin. Gentle to moderate east to southeast winds and seas 2 to 4 feet prevail elsewhere in the Caribbean Sea.
Down.
Okay. For the forecast, moderate to fresh winds at the north central basin will continue through early this afternoon. Otherwise, gentle to moderate winds and slight to moderate seas will persist along the basin through early next week. Atlantic Ocean. Modest convergent southerly winds are producing isolated thunderstorms offshore of the northeastern and central Florida. Refers to the tropical waves and monsoon. Yeah, I guess.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Indiana. That's not part of what the text said, though. Light to gentle winds and 4 to 6 feet seas and moderate northerly swell or sea north of 20 north between 50 west and 70 west. To the west, moderate with locally fresh southeast to southwest winds and seas of 4 to 6 feet exist north of 20 north between 70 north in the Florida Georgia coast. Across the central and eastern Atlantic, outside of the influence from tropical storm Joyce, gentle to moderate with local fresh northeast to east-southeast winds and seas to 4 to 7 feet are evident north of 20 north between 50 west and the northwest Africa feet are evident. I don't really say that. Northwestern African coast or African coast. Near the Cabo Verde Islands, out the impact of the tropical wave, gentle to moderate northeast to southwest winds with 4 to 6 feet seas are noted north of 10 north between the Central African coast and 40 west. To the west from 10 north, 20 north to between 40 north in the Lesser Antilles. Gentle northeast to southeast winds and seas of 4 to 6 feet and moderate mixed swells are found. Gentle to moderate southerly and musonal westerly winds with 4 to 7 feet seas and mixed moderate swells prevail for the remainder of the Atlantic basin. For the forecast, west of 55 west, moderate to fresh southerly winds and moderate seas off the Florida coast will prevail today. Otherwise, gentle to moderate winds and slight to moderate seas will prevail through early next week. Chan forecast for this. For that. Oh my gosh, holy yap. What the skibbity yap? Come on, man.
Who are you?
Oh man, my mac and cheese is dry. Oh man, Nebraska leads Purdue. Come on, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No new forecast discussions though. Let's look at just any active severe weather. No active weather warnings at all right now. No active warnings. I think the last warning was like last night or something. I mean, they don't do flash flood warnings, so it must seem like. Is there any tropical weather discussions for John? Or. Well, there's some for Isaac, so let's go read the advisory. This was at 10:31 p.m. Alright, Isaac remains a Category 2 hurricane over the central Atlantic.
There's mistakes in the other.
I know. No. No, thanks. Thank you. I said thank you. Location 40.2 north to 39.7 west, about 695 miles, 1,120 kilometers west-northwest of the Azores. Maximum sustained winds 105 miles per hour, 165 kilometers an hour. Present movement east-northeast or 60 degrees at 20 miles per hour, 31 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 968 millivolts or 28.59 inches. At 3 p.m., the eye of Hurricane Isaac was located near latitude 40.2 north, longitude 39.7 west. Isaac was moving towards the east-northeast near 20 miles per hour, 31 kilometers an hour, and a decrease in forward speed and turn to the northeast is expected during the next couple of days. Maximum sustained winds are near 105 miles per hour, 165 kilometers an hour, with higher gusts. Gradual weakening is expected, and Isaac is expected to be a post-tropical cyclone on Monday. Isaac was a storm that was supposed to be strengthening, but now it's a storm that's dying. It only took 4 days. I think it could have started on. I think the storm either started on Friday or it started on Thursday. I don't know which one. The estimated minimum central pressure is 916 millibytes, 28.59 inches. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 45 miles, 75 kilometers. From the central and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 195 miles, 315 kilometers. Surf. Hazards affecting land. Surf. Swells generated by Isaac and a large wind fetched from a deep layered trough will affect the Azores over the next few days. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. Please consult products from your local weather office. Next complete advisory for Hurricane Isaac at 9 p.m. GMT. I don't know what that means. Forecaster Connor Rick Kangalosi. And that is about Isaac. So that was posted at 3 p.m. GMT. So I'm gonna guess what GMT means is like 10 a.m. So they mean 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the next complete advisory of Hurricane Isaac. I guess that's what GMT means. Takes a little bit of math, but now I get it. Any more warnings or anything? We did get an advisory for John, but it's there's only one for John. It's for the remnants of John. So John basically just happens. John dissipates over Mexico. Mexico. But catastrophic. I said catastrophic. Catastrophic. Flash flooding and mudslides will continue over portions of southern and southwestern Mexico. The location is 18.5 north and 103.5 west is where John is at. About 65 miles, 100 kilometers east of Manzanillo, Mexico. Maximum sustained winds 35 miles per hour, 55 kilometers an hour. Present movement northwest or 315 degrees at 5 miles per hour. 7 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 1002 milliwatts, 29.59 inches. Watches and warnings. Changes with this advisory. The government of Mexico has discontinued all tropical storm warnings. Summary of watches and warnings in effect. There are no coastal watches or warnings in effect, luckily. Wouldn't be surprised if the government issued like some evacuations since it's catastrophic flooding. At 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2100 UTC. The remnants of John were located near latitude 18.5 north, longitude 103.5 west. What a big number. The remnants are moving towards the northwest near 5 miles, 7 kilometers an hour. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1002 milliwatts, 29.59 inches. Rainfall. Through Saturday, the remnants of John are expected to produce additional rainfall amounts of 2 to 4 inches, with locally over 5 inches across portions of the Mexican states of Guerrero and Michoacan. Additional rainfall of 1 to 3 inches with locally over 4 inches are expected through the remainder of today across the Mexican states of Colima and western Oaxaca. For a complete depiction of forecast rainfall associated with the remnants of John, please see the National Weather Service Storm Total Rainfall graphic, available at hurricanes.gov/graphics _EP5.SHTML *rain QPF. Next advisory. This is the last public advisory and issued by the National Hurricane. I know. This is the last public advisory issued by the National Hurricane Center on this system. For additional information on the monsoon troll associated with the remnants of John, then they share some information, and then they share information about that. And I don't really want to say it because I don't think anybody would. So I really think it's unnecessary. Forecaster Kelly. I don't know why they always put some forecaster's name at the end of these. Probably because they wrote the warnings or something. No, probably because they're the ones who type it out or something. I don't know. It's really nothing else now. Yeah, there's really nothing else because now there's no more besides outdated ones about Helene, tropical depression, the site, and tropical remnant, which actually made landfall in Mexico. John actually started off as a good hurricane, made landfall in Mexico, and pretty much caused damage from there. It caused flooding. Hopefully everyone's alright over there in southern Mexico. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's every information I really know by now. Besides everything else and where they're at and stuff like that. So we will see you another time. And this was post-tropical cyclone Helene coverage about damages and the in current coverage. Coverage and advisories about Issac, Joyce, about I know about Issac and Joyce. I can't talk about Hurricane Issac and Joyce and Tropical Storm John, who's now a remnant storm. And this was September 28th, 2024. Hurricane, Hurricane Joyce, Hurricane Issac, remnants of John, post-tropical cyclone Helene coverage. Bye.